Is Apple going down, 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 down? What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Convos with the CFP, Mario Payne in beautiful, sunny Florida. Excuse my voice. I was at Memphis over the weekend at the Southern Heritage Classic, man. So shouts out there at TSU. We got the win. I'm so glad I went to TSU. Had my board things, as you guys know, I'm on a foundation board. So living that sweet life, talking to people, raising money and just spreading awareness from our university. So very, very happy. I know one thing I'm not happy about right now, Apple. What's going on, Apple? What are we doing? Before we start though, like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit that YouTube algorithm, got over 10,000 followers on Instagram, but the YouTube is slow. So get those likes up, get those subscribes up. Please help us. And as always, check out your boy's book, The Relaxed Investor. It's an Amazon bestseller. So I appreciate y'all support, but we're going to talk about Apple.
Apple faces challenges on several fronts here and reports that China's iPhone ban is broadening across government firms, putting pressure on the stock. Shares have plummeted over 6% over the past 2 days.
6% over 2 days. So basically, China said, you know what? Y'all did it to us with TikTok. We're going to do it you with the iPhones. So no individuals working for the government or has a government phone can have a iPhone. No more iPhone. Got to get that Huawei phone made in China, sold on Alibaba.
It's the biggest back-to-back slide in 10 months. Staff at
Is that investment opportunity? Huh?
several Chinese agencies say that they were given instructions not to use Apple's iPhones or other foreign devices in the office. That was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. Meanwhile, the launch of Huawei's Mate 60 model, that could pose as a serious threat to Apple's smartphone dominance. The device could potentially make a significant dent in Apple's sales. Let's
Huawei trying to get all the money.
bring in Santosh Rao, who is the Manhattan Venture Partners head of research, to weigh in. Santosh, great to speak with you here this morning. As we kind of just think about the impact that this will have near term for Apple, what type of detriment or what type of dent could this mean for one of the largest
He's so shocked, right? He can't even talk. My man's so shocked about Apple being down so much in 2 days over the past 10 months, he can't get his words out.
U.S. technology companies?
Yeah, good morning. I think near term, it's more a headline risk. It's not going to be material. I mean, if it's enforced, whatever they announced yesterday, it's roughly 500,000 if every government employee and everyone stops using.
I agree. Not too concerned about it. From a long-term standpoint, definitely a time to buy, in my opinion. I mean, we are talking about Apple. There was a $3 trillion company last month, but when bumps in the road like this happens, could be an investment opportunity. And also, China, they kind of feel some type of way about Apple. I mean, Apple took 65% of their workforce from China to India. You think ain't gonna be no retaliation? Come on now.
It. So it's not much, considering that about 45 million sales of iPhone. So it's a small drop in the whole bucket there. But overall, I think it's the signaling that's happening. It's a shot across the bow to all the countries that want to restrict exports and limit all the activity. So I think China is pretty much saying that, hey, there is a limit to how much you can do that. Already, they're seeing the supply chain being disrupted. They don't.
Now, China, kind of hypocritical, right? They talk about everybody, free market, but they going to ban something that's a free market? No. We all know that their cell phone that they created is a government cell phone. They want to make some money. They're mad at Apple because Apple left to go to India. So basically, that's what it comes down to. China said, you know what? No more iPhones for government employees. And for individuals who live in China, we look down upon that. Now, as a Chinese citizen, which I'm not, but you know, they do have communism. They call it capitalism, but it's communism. The government says one thing, don't do another. But here in the great state of America, how is that going to affect our Apple stock? Well, my profiteers, we know, and y'all know, I love me some Apple. But another thing about Apple I love is that it's different indexes that takes advantage of Apple, right? And this one, AAPU, it's an ETF by Dexion, and basically it does 1.5% of Apple. So if Apple goes up by 10%, you make 15%. If Apple goes down by 10%, you lose 15%. So we don't want to put all our eggs in this basket. We want to be diversified. But if we want to get a little bit of juice, when Apple goes up and be an Apple, this is where to go. Now, as a certified financial planner for my clients, not for YouTube, I'm not telling you what to do, but let's look here. Starting from its rise, January 23, my friends, it was up by 90%. Now we know Apple got as high as almost 60%, so again at 1.5. But Apple has been sliding, my profiteers. From its high in July, down by almost 18%. Now the stock by itself down by about 12. So again, if I'm able to get in this today, let's say it takes Apple 3 months to get back to where it was. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's just say, my profiteers, that's a 22% return. Now for Apple to get fully back, well, it's already back, profiteers. It's back up. But if we look at the market from a NASDAQ standpoint has another 15% to go. S&P 500, another 10% to go. So with that being said, since Apple drives the market, another 10% on the S&P means, my profiteers, we're looking at probably about another 58 to 60%. So this could easily go from $29 a share to $38 a share the next 6 to 9 months. If that happens, are we upset because we bought something and was down by 15% and now we're up by almost 60? Man, it takes the market 5 to 6 years to get 60%. You get into this one in what, a year, let's say? I take that, my profiteers. With that being said, though, is Apple gone away? No, it's a hiccup. My long-term investors, this might be an opportunity. My short-term traders, Apple might go down a little bit more, especially as they release the iPhone 15. And when people say the iPhone 15, it's just like the 14 and the 13 and a flip like the Samsung. I'm an Apple person, but we have to admit, Apple cell phones compared to Samsung, not the best in the world. I was in Santorini taking pictures. My friend had his Google taking pictures. His pictures looked a lot better than mine, let me tell you that. Anyways, though, comment below. We in Apple, we staying away. Is China being hypocritical? Who knows? I know one thing, love is love. With my voice getting better, drink some tea. But let's make some painful profits together, y'all. Peace.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Pay for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Bitch at the check, you knowing it could be different, you know.